Hello friends, Snizzle here, back with quite the story. Most of you have an idea of what's been happening on the server, and I want to try and explain what happened to me and what is happening. Yes, I'm talking about the hacking outbursts. So, to begin this massive timeline I have, I think the easiest place to start is back in the month of August. This was when Zebla, a YouTube streamer, was using alt accounts that were hacking to carry him to free UHC wins. Sometime in, as he began to gain popularity, Kevos and many moderators caught on to what he was doing as he played with the hacking alts on stream for free carries. Kevos, who was highly against this, along with many moderators, created a document regarding his ban. This included multiple instances of proof against Zebla and was made to get him banned from the server. Unfortunately, this worked to no avail. Zebla was later banned, though, for DDoSing a moderator, but the damage had already been done to the community, and it hit Kevos the hardest. Kevos began to play with rather sketchy players. I highly opposed it at first and called him out along with a few other members of Foundation, but Kevos didn't care. His mind had already been set that the server was beyond repair and nothing was going to be done to prevent this now, and most likely ever. I stopped talking to Kevos as he was always off playing with some UHC hacker, and I was never invited either way. This was around the time when talk of the Megawalls update began in the council Slack. I was still a little on edge about Kevos just giving up that quickly, but I wanted to do my best for this update to prove you could still have fun on the server without hacking. So, to gear myself up for the Megawalls update, I contacted old friends to start playing with them. One thing led to another, and I'm not sure how to exactly space it out, but E4 had indirect links or direct links to AJS, and as I knew E4 for a long time, I began talking to him. He had friends who didn't care for me at first, but they started to open up. As I began to realize they were hacking blatantly in game, I was in denial. I got called out for it, of course, but I refused to believe it at that time, until they themselves admitted it to me. I didn't know what to do. I was getting carried since I didn't use anything, and I was dying almost every game, but they were carrying me, and it was enjoyable. And I kept going. I kept playing with them. The longer I played, though, the more I realized that everyone is a closet cheater. Either way, I still managed to get incredibly good information out of these players that were seen as toxic, and they did supply a lot of the bug fixes and even some balances that made it into the game. Most of you actually really like these balances, which is the best part. But I broke in, gave in, whatever you want to call it, and it's the most fun I've had on this server since, 2014. But later, I got back into contact with Kevos, who had coined the term Zeblaing, which meant you had friends on alts hack you to free wins, as Zebla did. I got involved and started hacking on alts. I started snowballing out of control, ruining games upon games, and it was incredible. The original group before, AJS, was doing whatever at this point, and I wasn't really talking to them anymore. But Kevos' group began to start doing some behind doors experiments. Some of those stories are still in the making, and they might come out one day, but not today. I messed up. I messed up big time, but I really don't care. I was eventually banned, and I told the admins why it happened and what I was personally looking to accomplish next. I got told it was going to be put under discussion, and they would see what would happen. But I've waited for well over a month now with no response. I've tried reaching out to Codename to receive no response. I just assume they don't want to talk about what happened or what is going to happen now. The interaction between the council and the admin team is minimal already, and the only real props I can give is to Codename, Doctor, and Jaya for encouraging conversation. I will miss my time on Hypixel, but it was coming to an end anyways. But that's not what is happening to me. I got invited to AJS as a full member, and as much as I wanted to wait up for a response, I know it won't come. I've already done promos for them, and I don't think I'm going to quit now that a new opportunity presented itself. The server did this to itself. Poor moderators, trash staff, no transparency, and the shove it under the carpet mentality is what has brought most of us to either quit or hack. I do have some apologies in order, as I'm still the same person with the same goals. I just realized I need to at least enjoy myself while trying to accomplish them. I'm sorry to Yan, Apache, and Orange Marshall the most. I looked up to these guys the most, and it's no use trying to earn the respect back. I did the damage already. I apologize to most of the staff team for wasting your time, but this isn't going to stop anytime soon. The admin team knows what needs to be done to rid the server of these problems. They've even been informed by us what needs to happen. We're abusing the same exploits we told them about months ago when we were still considered respected members. As much as we're destroying the server, the admin team is preventing it from healing. I'm not trying to turn any players against the staff, but they know what they need to fix, and they still haven't. This has been Snizzle. Bye, friends.